thinking of on the top of my head. I won't say it, but if you watch Counter-Strike today, you'll know that while they didn't win the match, they played out of their minds. So game one is underway here for some Rocket League, and underway.
It is UTA in the blue, and it is North Dakota in the green. We got Beetle, Polka Dot, and I believe that Sin is the third member of that UTA roster. It is Geeks, Pilot, Chris, and Rocket on the UND squad. Beetle here with the ball, grabbing that midfield boost, able to get the flick, but Raisin Rocket is there. That shot might find its way to the net, but Polka Dot racing back is able to make the play on it. Geeks now punching that one off the corner. Sin is there to stop that one. Raisin Rocket cannot get back to this ball, but will be able to deny that play from UTA. And so through the first minute here, UND off to some early pressure.
Yeah, good pressure, exactly. And I mean, not making too many mistakes, pressuring every play here out of UTA, and that's exactly what you want to see them do. Make the UTA boys sweat a little bit, and right now they're not making too many mistakes. And in fact, I feel like UTA is the one allowing this UND squad to really get in closer than they might appear to be on paper.
Sin backward, making that play a difficult one to make, but well done. That one actually chipped off the middle, and that's a beautiful shot from Polka Dot. UTA strikes first.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful shot, but look at this intercept by Sin to get it right to Polka Dot. What do you want? What do you want UND to do there? I do believe that was Raisin Rocket, who was just in front of the net. What do you want him to do, right? You're just stuck there in no man's land. As Geeks picks up that ball, the shot is going to be stopped and cleared out by Sin.
Good stop there on that kickoff attempt. We've seen a couple of kickoff goals in the past 2 weeks, so kickoffs playing a huge factor in terms of time of possession. But as we approach that 3-minute mark, it is UND down a goal here and back on defense, but two players commit for that clear. Sin gonna get that block off the backboard. Pilot Chris down in front, but Sin able to punch that one away. And UTA in transition, moving fast, but Rocket can't find the touch, and Geeks is the only one in mid. Players turning off of that one for the side of the Mavericks, and that one will be punched looking for Beetle. Rocket cuts it off at the pass.
It's very nicely done halfway through this game, and the ball will be gone into the UTA net and tie up the game here. Pilot picking that one off, and that is a beautiful interception right into the left side of the net.
Two plays now that results in goals based off a player just not being able to get to the ball in time. Looked like, I believe it was Sin was trying to make a pass back. Geeks looking for a play off the ceiling, but can't find the touch. Beetle hustles over and gets the block. That one is sent high across the net. Polka Dot can't get to the ball in time before Rocket, and UTA it is, trying to hold off this offensive rush. Rocket on the back pass finds Geeks. That pass over top and wide of the net. Beetle now taking it by himself, looking for a pass mid to Sin, has him on the low shot. It is saved away, and the Fighting Hawks will take to the air. Rocket leaving it for Pilot Chris. Drop down, the shot is on net, but Beetle is there to make a beautiful save.
That was beautiful. I had no idea he could get back there in time to get that. Slightly backwards, too. That is a great save. But the ball is still in their zone. It goes off the back wall. Sin finally gets that ball cleared out of their zone. Took a long time, but Pilot, he was stuck on the ground there. Did not challenge in time. That almost goes in off of that. So 82 seconds left on this clock here. Still tied at 1, and Geeks keeping that ball in UTA territory.
Sin is up to retrieve that ball, but Pilot Chris right there. Now Sin looking to make a play. Finds his man mid, but no dice on the shot. It is wide of the post. Polka Dot trying to keep that ball in on the green side, but Pilot Chris, big booming clear. Sin is up to respond. Players challenge for the 50-50. It is Rocket who's going to win the race here, but Polka Dot is already on the back wall to sweep that ball away. Geeks can't find a touch, leaving it for Pilot Chris, but he gets dunked, and Rocket will have to retrieve this one. Gathers up that corner boost, but Sin cuts him off. He cannot force that ball mid, and so with 35 seconds remaining, UTA starting to get a little bit of possession, but these booming clears from North Dakota have been so good, have done so much work, as this one chipped over top. Hard play for Pilot Chris, but he does make the save.
That is beautifully done, and look at how tight this has been for the last 2.5 minutes here, where both teams have had their moments, and they just can't find the back of the net. It's gone very close, but both teams have put pressure on their opponents and just can't find it. And they're going to need overtime for game number 1 here, Soy.
Big overtime here in game number 1. That series a year ago against UTA starters and North Dakota starters was a game 1 victory to North Dakota. It was a reverse sweep after that gave the Mavericks the victory. So here we go for the subs of UTA's. Polka Dot shot is saved away. Beetle forking that one mid. Sin could not turn on that one. Players too quick on the side of North Dakota's defense. Rocket now finds the challenge over top of Polka Dot. Geeks with the shot. It is on off the crossbar. Beetle kept it on the hood of his car and wins 2 challenges. Big delay here, and now Geeks has to regroup.
That is beautifully played there by, oh my goodness, by North Dakota. It's just so sad that goes off the crossbar, bar down and out. And that's not what you like to see, especially when a play is that well made. And then to get the ball cleared out, and well, now they have full ball possession in the offensive zone, and they just can't find it themselves either. Both teams having offensive pressure, and they just can't get it through. They're doing so many amazing plays, and plays that would normally throw off opponents, but they just can't find it. And it's been 4 minutes now where it's just been blanks across the board.
Couple of goal line saves in the last about 30 seconds. Sin now with one looking for the back post, but Geeks is there to make the stop. Polka Dot trying to recenter it. Cut off by Pilot Chris, and an awkward play for Polka Dot. He'll leave it for Beetle. Sin a little too far forward, so Polka Dot trying to cover his steps. The shot is blocked, but it hit a defender, and Polka Dot is going to get the credit. UTA winning in overtime.
And that's just game number 1, baby. And look at that. He's just flying through the air, gets the follow through. Oh no, I mean, once you're stuck in the air like that, like Polka Dot was, you're just hoping that the defender puts it right into you, and you're praying that he does. And that prayer came to be, and there you go. That is a 1-0 lead for UT Arlington against North Dakota here. Could they possibly sweep, or could North Dakota do exactly what UT Arlington did to them last year?
Polka Dot getting both goals in that game, and that is a heartbreaker for the side of North Dakota. Played it so tight. I mean, look at the shot totals, dead even, and it's the same type of spread too. A player with 4 shots, a player with 2 shots, a player with 1. But at the end of the day, that last dunk over top was all they needed. And it really did feel back and forth between these two teams. Couldn't really give an edge to one or the other. They both had their moments, but it was UTA getting that one extra gear in overtime that gave them the win.
Listen, I think that was all down to, well, not dumb luck, right? Because both teams had their opportunities, but just that one opportunity went in, right? It's not really a mistake either that was made. It was just a forced mistake that happened on the side of Polka Dot, and that's exactly what you want to see. That's exactly how you wanted to see it happen, right? Because at the end of the day, if you can't, if your opponents aren't going to make a mistake, you need to force them to make it.
Getting into game number 2 here, and the kickoff went in favor of UTA. Sin trying to keep this one mid, but he's got low boost, left it for Beetle. The shot is up. Had the corner, looked to try and pick it, but he could not do so. Polka Dot keeping that one in the offensive half, but Geeks is there to stop that play. Beetle working his way mid, has a flip, it's on net, and it is in! Beetle from the wall scores first in game 2.
That is a beautiful pass to himself. Look at that. So beautiful, and he outplays 3. North Dakota players by just a nice little solo play like that. He could have left it for his teammates, decides to go for it himself, and that was the correct play to go for, throwing everyone into the loop and giving UTA their first and really early lead there. And that was really the first goal that they fully forced the pants down there on North Dakota.
Big early goal for the side of the Mavericks, and Beetle here trying to get this ball out of his own side. Dangerous play, Sin able to get that one away. Rocket forcing that one mid, but Beetle is there to cut it off as the team for North Dakota was rotating back on defense. Polka Dot, hard play, does find the touch on it, but Rocket is able to clear that one away. Gets the dunk over top of one, but Sin is already back. 2 players up for this one. Over top of Geeks, and Rocket is there. Beetle cutting off that play at the pass, now working through the green corner here. Stopped by Pilot Chris, and now Sin in an awkward spot here. Along the wall, does find a touch, make it 2, but Beetle was also there, so a double commit for the side of UTA. Another great defensive stop to keep that ball away from mid, the most threatening portion of the field. Geeks worked his way there, and Beetle so quick to the air to cut that play off.
That was so close. He could have scored off of that play, but he puts it wide just a little bit. But that's a good play by Beetle, just waiting and waiting because his teammate was already pushed up and pressuring. And so this is very nicely done. But all 3 players for UTA have pushed up here. This could be a goal, but it's going to go wide by Raisin Rocket there, as it's going to be put back for Pilot Chris. And he pinches it backwards, and Sin nearly puts it in. But he's only going to find the demo instead. But Geeks finds a wide open net after a beautiful play here. What's happened?
Oh no, it was a team bump. You see there in midfield, and Geeks takes full advantage of it. So with that small mistake there, and that's a tragic mistake too, because in a situation like that, you probably both have ball cam on. You're just looking to make a play. You end up running into each other. But either way, North Dakota will take that goal and tie this game back up as we approach the halfway mark.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, when you're stopped on midfield like that, and you're last man back, and suddenly you have no momentum, that is by far the worst feeling you could possibly have. And I mean, you got to feel for the guy. But it is now less than halfway through this game now, and it is tied at 1 once again, just like the last game. And I mean, North Dakota tied up the game halfway through last time as well off of a weird and awkward goal. And so let's see what happens this time. Will the story repeat itself, or will the tables flip this time? As the shot is put on, and Raisin Rocket makes a good save, but Polka Dot puts it in, and it's a 2-1 game before we even head to overtime. So the story does rewrite itself as Polka Dot waits for that one to come in with 2 North Dakota players in the net.
And they just get, get kind of trapped back there because, UTA is flying around so fast. They want to give themselves a good angle at the shot, but when you've got that much power on it and you've got the whole net to shoot at because both players are sitting there, you're going to spend all the time in the world aiming that ball, and just so much power, not fast enough reactions from the side of North Dakota's defense. But either way, a minute 30 here, and Raisin Rocket can't find the touch. Geeks will send that one to the side, looking for Pilot Chris, but he gets an awkward play on it. Now, fast break the other way, down in front, but too far for Polka Dot, looking to find the trio. Passing play there, but no dice. Now Sin sending that one on, but Pilot Chris is there. Shot is saved away. Now Geeks with a chance in front, and Sin with a huge block to keep the lead in UTA's favor as we approach this minute mark here. Sin has done a fantastic job of finding his teammates here in Beetle. Now looking for another play off the green corner. Geeks flicks it out, but Polka Dot is there. The shot off the crossbar. The rebound in front for Sin is wide. Beetle bit on the ball as well. With under a minute remaining now, Polka Dot's going to find this clear.
The ball, though, is still in UTA territory as it's passed out from Sin to Polka Dot. Back down to Polka Dot. Oh, no. The double tap play off the back wall. He could have had it so close to an amazing clip there that I'm sure he would have cherished for quite a while, showing it around the school and saying, haha, I did this on stream, ladies and gentlemen. But no, he was not able to pull it off. So close. It's still a 2-1 lead right now, though, in 10 seconds left. It's so close, but UND need to pull something out of a hat here.
Geeks steals the corner boost, but Beetle is there. Short time remaining. Off the wall. Rocket sending one towards the backboard. Sin is there. Can they keep this ball up? Hard play off the wall, and two players are there to say, no, sir, not today. UTA is on match point.
And that is a 2-0 lead for UTA, and it does not feel in the slightest like that is what should be going on with North Dakota here, because they've been playing absolutely incredible, right? And you see Arlington against these guys, right? And it's really tight. These guys are playing not about the same level. I'd say like Arlington is just a small step above, right? And especially with the shots being 8-3, you can feel it being that way, but it's a full team game, right? All 6 players on this field are playing great. Geeks, Raisin Rocket, Pilot Chris, Sid, Polka Dot, and Beetle, all playing to the best of their abilities, I feel, especially in that game, compared to game 1, where there were some mistakes, there were some double commits. In this game, there was none of that.
UTA outshot North Dakota, I believe it was 8-4 in that game number 2. And I really feel like one of the huge differences here is that for North Dakota, the chances that they get, it feels like they don't have a lot of space to work with. Whereas you're seeing players like Polka Dot and Sin, when they go for those air dribbles and passing plays, they've got a lot of space. I mean, think back to that goal where we saw 2 players sitting in the net on the side of North Dakota. And that's something they have to change now if they want to find a way back into this series. It is match point for UTA. 30 seconds in, this ball is into the blue half, and Beetle winning a huge 50-50. Geeks in an awkward spot here, and Sin beats him over the top. Pilot Chris is there to clear this ball away. Passing play through the middle, but Geeks reads it well. Looking for another play here, steals the corner boost, but Polka Dot is there. Pilot Chris beats one. Sin is there to get this ball down the field, and Raisin Rocket retreating, making that play. Finds this ball in front of the net. The shot is good from Sin! 1 minute in the game, and UTA strikes first.
I was talking about clips earlier in Sin. Well, he just created one. People are going to clip this for sure and share it around the school, because that is an incredible shot, finding it up in the air. And that is precise, and that is deadly.
Beautiful shot from Sin, and now Polka Dot trying to get one of his own, but he is denied. Sin, crossbar and down, but what a rebound save there from the side. I believe that was Pilot Chris diving across to make that play. Now Beetle looking for the back corner, cannot find it. Raisin Rocket loses the ball here to Sin, but he hunts him down and bumps him away from that play. No dice on that air dribble. Geeks to get this one up, but Beetle quick to respond, and North Dakota really struggling to clear this ball out of their defensive zone.
Beetle picks up this ball here, and I mean, listen, UTF put on so much pressure here in this early game, but I mean, UND has always been able to come back so far, right? They've always tied this game at 1 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Will they do it again, or will they do it a little bit earlier here as Pilot Chris? Oh no, that's a miss there by, I do believe that was Geeks, and now allow Raisin Rocket to go back, and Pilot Chris, he's last man back, but he still forces that play in the offensive zone, high risk. And, I mean, there was a little bit of a reward there by keeping the ball in Arlington's territory, but a misplay there by Raisin Rocket will make sure that the ball no longer stays in that zone. In fact, now they're on the defense.
And I feel like at this point, North Dakota is starting to feel the pressure. They know they have to find a way to equalize here and give themselves a chance in this series. Geeks down in front. Rocket was there, but he could not get there in time. Pilot Chris has to buy time. Sin is up for this one to drop it down. 2 players here. They pinch it away. The corner and out, but Beetle patiently waiting. Gets it by 2. Can't find the bump onto the third, and Polka Dot here to continue this track race. Now Sin in front, over top of Pilot Chris, working his way back to the net, gets the stop he needs. Just over 2 minutes remaining in UTA. It feels like this offense is pressuring once again with a pass here to Sin. Shot is on, but Pilot Chris is there. Beetle now trying to work on an empty net. Can't find the dunk on the second defender. Pilot Chris and Rocket bite on this pass. And Polka Dot trying to find Sin once more. A whiff there will leave it for Geeks, but North Dakota, this is the chance they need here. Air dribble over top of one. Polka Dot is there to shut that play down.
This is beautiful. 100 seconds left on the clock here, and UTA doing everything to try and get the first 2-goal lead of this series. And at the same time, you have UND here doing the best to try and tie up this game. It's off the post. It's so close. And with 83 seconds left, the ball is cleared out from the offensive zone. And in fact, off the other crossbar. Oh my goodness, Soy, what are we watching? It's so tantalizingly close. I want to get out of my chair.
UTA has time and time again had such good chances, but they can't quite put them on net to ice this game away, giving UND a couple of chances of their own, but no dice on that backboard pass. A minute remaining here. Beetle over top of one, looking for a double tap, and he's got it! Beetle! 2-0 UTA!
Beetle once again with the solo play, flicking it up over one and then double tapping it off of the post there. And that's the first 2-goal lead we've seen out of any of the two teams here. And I mean, at the end of the day, if you are UND here, you can't be too sad. But I mean, if this is how this game ends, right? 2-0. That means in this entire series, they got 3-0'd while only allowing 6 goals in those 3 games. That is such a low amount of goals scored against. And that's something that you can keep your head high about, because your defense has been spectacular as that one goes bar down and out.
Big stop there, and 30 seconds remaining. And UND, they need a miracle now, the way that UTA has controlled the ball through the last minute and a half or so. 15 seconds now. Rocket popping that one up. Pilot Chris has to make a challenge here, does win it, but the third man is far away. Low boost to Geeks, trying to make a stop, gets it down in front. Rocket is denied by Sin, and time will expire, and that will be the set. Arlington, get the brooms out here against North Dakota.
It is a sweep, ladies and gentlemen, and that is such a hard-fought match between all 3 players on both teams here. No one looked worse for wear, right? Everyone did their job. Everyone played out of their minds. I think everyone deserves some props here. They all played very, very well. The battle kept so tight. And at the end of the day, people are going to look at this match and look and say, that was a 3-0, right? UT Arlington, they're looking so strong. No. North Dakota made this competitive the entire time. And I mean, only allowing 2 goals per game is quite the feat in itself. But when you're Arlington, only allowing 0.66 per game, right? Only 1 goal in the first 2 games and then none in game 3. You got to keep your head high as well there. The guys on UT Arlington doing very, very well. And if those are the subs, I can't wait to see the main players.
10-2 in shots. And in that game, UTA, their offense really took off, it felt like. They get the 2-0 victory on match point, so they win the set 3-0. And we'll hear from one of their players shortly after this break. Don't go anywhere.
To survive now when I look in your I feel paralyzed. passing by, hand in hand, with your perfect light. My body, a ghost town, feels like someone cut out my tongue. I didn't know a heart could die this young. Oh, now when I look in your eyes, I feel paralyzed.